Virtual Chapel. And look, I'm going to give everybody a minute to join me, but I got a serious question for you all. So for many of you who know me real closely, you know I'm in the process of completing my dissertation for my doctorate degree. And the main topic, I won't give you all the actual, the research title or anything like that, but the main topic is on why most relationships fail. So I've got a question for you. Why do you think most relationships fail? And I've heard a number of different reasons in discussion. I've heard lack of money. I've heard lack of trust. I've heard lack of communication. But as I've been researching this topic and digging down further into the root of this thing, the lack of money, the lack of trust, the lack of communication, things like that, I found that they all center, most of them I should say, center around one common theme. And that's lack of self-esteem. How a person esteems themselves really plays a part in the lack of money, lack of trust, and the lack of communication. Because what I've begun to find in my research is that many people oftentimes misunderstand, when it comes to lack of communication, misunderstand or misinterpret what a person is saying based upon the way they view themselves. So for example, a person tells you, you ask the person, hey, do you want to go to the club tonight? Whatever. You want to go to the club tonight? The person says, no, I'm not feeling it tonight. I've seen those kinds of statements leading to a week of misunderstanding one another, because the person who received the nah, I don't feel like going, the person who said nah, I don't feel like going, really just didn't feel like going. But the other person interpreted it to mean you don't feel like going with me, or you don't want to do anything with me. You don't want to go anywhere with me. And that's just that's just a lack of esteeming yourself. That's what we oftentimes do, is we tend to put on other people or project onto other people what we feel about ourselves. So they must mean this when they say that, because that's how I actually feel about myself. That's the same when it comes to lack of money, many people don't go after their dreams simply because they don't believe they can accomplish it. I've actually coached people who are scared of being successful, terrified of succeeding, terrified of what success looks like on them. And so they stay stagnant. They don't go after it because in their subconscious, they've been trained to believe that they cannot do it. I saw Todd Delaney post something the other day that said, in order to dominate your industry or your field, you have got to get right up on the line between arrogance and confidence. So you got to get right on that line, because that's what it's going to take to dominate your field. But then I realized that a lot of people who say he or she is arrogant, those people suffer from really low self-esteem. Really low self-esteem. So let's go back to the original topic. Why do you think most relationships fail? Are we on to something here with the self-esteem, or do you still think or is it lack of money, or is it lack of communication, or is it lack of understanding? Are those the roots? Hit me up in the comments. I definitely want to know your thoughts about it. I'm James Bourget. This is just our quick virtual chapel. Let's continue to get to know one another. Let's talk. Circle Urban Ministries. Hey, listen, if you've been wondering about our golf outing, September 20th, don't miss it. It's going to be a load of fun. James Bourget, God bless.